Battery 70%.
Okay, can you hear me now, David? David, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me? You can't hear me? Hello, hello. Can anyone online hear me? You can, Patty? Okay. Nico, can you? Carmen, can you? Can y'all hear me? Check, 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 check. David cannot hear me. So if you're already here, oh, Geshe, we think that Geshe just drove up. Yeah. Okay. But if you are here already, if you go to our website and pull up the very first link to the Heart Sutra, it's like 20 pages long. And if you look at the PDF file, it's page 16 that we're on, where it starts. In general, there are 5 kinds of emptiness. Yep. And he is here. He's circumambulating.
So we'll begin our prayers on page 35 of the Gold Prayer Book with the 7-limb prayer. Gosum gu pe gane chak chalo Ngo shami tru chu trin malubu Tok me ni sak dik tum tam che shak ke pa ge wa nam la je rang kor wa ma tong bar tu le shuk ne Dro la chuk ki dang dag shen ge nam jang chu chen por ngo. And now on page 97 and 98, the short mandala offering. Saji Puki Chung Shing Me To Trong Ri Rao Ling Shi Ni Je Jen Pa Di Sanjay Jing Du Mi Te Ua Yi Dro Kunam Dak Jing La Chu Par Shou Jetsun Lama Dampa Kenam Ki Chu Kukala Gensei Chu Tsin Tri Chi Char Tsampe Tu Je Tsin Ma Lang Sang Je Chuki Char Pa Wap Tu Sol Iram Guru Ratamadala Kam Nirya Tayami. Now on page 98, Geshe Gelek will lead us in Refuge and Bodhicitta.
Sanje
Chudang Sokki Chok Nam La Chang Tu Bardu Dagni Chap Su Chi Dagi Chushin Chi Pe Sunam Chi Drala Pinjir Sanje Chu Par Shok
Sanje
Chudang Sokki Chok Nam La Chang Tu Bardu Dagni Chap Su Chi Dagi Chushin Chi Pe Sunam Chi Drala Pinchir Sanje Drupar Shok
Sanje
Chudang Soki Chok Nam La Jang Chu Bardu Dagni Kyap Su Chi Dagi Chunyen Ji Pe Sonam Ji Drala Pinchir Sanje Drupar Shok
Adala Memena Miri Omaba Jajan Lazo Cheche Chola Jawa Java Lama Sanje Sura Oda Cheche Deve Cheche Mandela Cheche Tambe Chunye Chende Deshi Namo Laye Ke Dano Dane Cheche Devo Dada Me Ke Nanda Kunche Nanda Ange Tuze Nyeso Ne Tawa Tanje Pampe Che Tambe Chunye Tense Oda Mandela Chatse Good evening. So, did you join with the peace meditations? Huh? Huh? Who's leading the meditation?
The lead monk, I don't know how to say his name, but their lead spiritual
What did he
leader.
say? What's this meditation called?
It was global loving kindness meditation. But
What?
prior to that, he talked at the Lincoln Memorial, and that was, he had a lot more to say and very beautiful and profound. And then they walked to like an arena, and mostly it was silent meditation with a little bit of, thinking of peace for yourself, happiness for yourself, and then for all sentient beings.
Oh, I see.
It's a pretty big arena. How many people did they say? Like 4,000, something like that. Mm. So yes, it was nice.
Mm. So what is the peace meditation? What is it? Or peace meditation?
Do you remember the words that
Peace
he used?
meditation? Huh?
It would basically almost our dedication prayer in different words. May all sentient beings be free from suffering. May a peace of mind be free from pain in your body and your mind. So he would say a few sentences, then a
He
period
said,
of,
may all sentient beings?
all beings.
All
He
beings?
said all beings.
Yeah. All beings, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good news that a lot of people inspired by, they're like, but here I think it's very unique because that people never saw here in this country, it's very unusual. But there, like, Thailand, Laos, the people have been, the monks are walking all the time. Every year during the reading season retreat, they walk like thousands and thousands of miles. You don't see them. But here, I think there's good news. There's a lot of people inspired, by that. But also in Tibet, they do like full length prostration. They cover every like how you say, yeah, every inch of ground, whether there's water or snow, doesn't matter. From Geshe Sampo's hometown, from eastern Tibet all the way to central Tibet, take 3 months. Not just walking, they are like throwing their body like, so this period didn't exist like, they are probably doing for peace too, so that you don't get much coverage, media coverage, because there's like, first of all, there's no freedom of press, so you don't see them. You occasionally see, but this every year people have been doing like in their mid-20s, early 20s, mid-20s, they like every inch of ground from all the way up eastern Tibet to all the way to Lhasa is considered the most holy place inside Tibet, which is capital of Tibet. They go do their prostration like some long during the 60s, 70s, I think in the 80s, there are like some tourists they witness. They are like freezing cold. The steam coming out of their body because they are like doing prostrations. Like they're kind of like how that happened. Like they are like freezing cold. They get out of the way and they see the people prostration, like the steam coming out. So there are like some photo, there are some video like that. But so I think don't just think here, but they've been doing just like Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, every year during the rainy season retreat. Like probably June, July, around there, a lot of them, working in Tibet, so there are many of them. We need to also think about all of them, so probably dedicating for peace, for so, and I'm very happy. So I also personally thank the head of the head monk. I personally thank him so that he's doing this, so that good to see even this freezing weather. So there's thousands of people. That clearly shows because it happened on like the world is not doing great, not great. So it happened on the right time, and they good to see that otherwise the recent work for marching for peace, it happened on the right time because people are losing faith in humanities. So that kind of like, so now you realize there are like thousands and thousands of people, even it's like freezing weather, they clearly shows that no peace. So there's some hope. But individual peace, I think need to achieve through meditation. So like, as I mentioned last Sunday, need to focus. That's the only way to remain peacefully. You can remain peace. Shine, come abiding. Shi, peace. Ne means remain, still. You can be with the present peacefully. You can remain peacefully if you focus. So that's what, so this march may not happen again, but individual peace needs to maintain. So that, that individual peace should not be based on some event. So that's probably, this event is very wonderful. It's about a lot of people, but individual peace is very important it's very practically individual peace. That's very important for the communities. So if the individual peace should not be dependent on like events, so then that's when events are over, so then it's finished. That's not good. So meditation, that's why I'm asking like what kind of meditation he led. Yeah, the Theravada tradition, they usually focus individual liberation. They are not much concerned about everyone else's liberations. So that's Mahayana teachings. They are like Theravada, so that's why I was kind of like, it's good to hear. So they are started talking about well-being of all sentient beings. But they are focused traditionally, the path they are following is very much focused on individual liberations. They are not really usually saying may all sentient beings have happiness, cause of happiness. But it's good to hear. So maybe it's a little bit evolving. So the individual peace needs to maintain. That should not be based on like some event or like then it's not good. But the event, if they inspire, so now individually we need to think how to maintain our peace of mind. That very much requires single pointed meditations. So without that, then it's hard to achieve, like how to achieve mental peace, peace within the mind or inner peace. This is all result of focus meditation. We need to focus. Either we are using our own breath or like watching our mind, be aware of your own awareness. There's a number of ways that we can, there's a number of meditation that you can do to maintain, generate, or maintain. So very much require focus. So that's what I taught last Sunday. So that meditation is going to be continued next few Sundays. Continue. There's a number of knowledge I want to share, I like to share. So now there's a better way to translate the teachings from Tibetan into English. It's quite easy, relatively easy way to translate. So then if I cannot explain, so then I can read the translations. So that helps a lot. Probably helps you because not many people speak Tibetan here, unfortunately. Mm. Did you?
Yes, so the document that we are primarily using can be found on the website. It's the very first document. I forget what it's called. Heart Commentary on the Heart Sutra. And we're on page, if you're looking at the PDF, it's page 16. Starting at somewhere around, in general, there are 5 kinds of emptiness.
So first, the peaceful, I talked to Linda, so from now on, every Sunday after the class, we will do peace walk here at the center. After the Sunday class, we'll walk to peace walk. So I found that certain things I need to explain. Walking meditation is not a big part of the Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhism, most of the meditation is done by sitting, not walking. So when you come to West, there's is this? I don't think it's not part of Zen practice. Zen, probably you are not supposed to walk. So you're supposed to sit there long period of time, and somebody walk with a piece of what do you call stick. Not really that people say. So I just participate one Zen meditation in Switzerland long time ago. One of my friends asked me to go, so I went there. So you sit pretty close to the wall, maybe like half feet, very close to the wall. That's what you watch, looking at. So this very like we don't do this kind of meditations. Meditation in Buddhism require a lot of like analyzing and like focusing. So they are kind of like this whole meditation geared towards not to think, basically nothing. So that's kind of hard to achieve. So that's why they are probably forcing people to look at the wall. There's nothing, and pretty close, not like here, like pretty close. If you go like this, you could probably touch your forehead to the wall, like that close. That sit there. They sit long time. Not sure. I hope they'll help them. So here, peaceful meditation, the islet, I explained last Sunday, that's based on 3-point placement. First one, placement. First point. They're talking placement is talking of a focus. Second, called movement. The second point is called movement. The last one is called awareness. Awareness. Based on these 3 points, you could achieve tranquility in your mind. One of the best meditations, how to generate inner peace or peace within the mind, based on these 3 points: placement, movement, awareness. Placement, focus. That's talking about focus. Movement, thought that rise during the meditations. It seems like there's more thought. Actually, not true. It's not no more thought. Now you are being aware. You are being aware. You are being aware of your thought. Before you are not being aware. Before you are not being aware of your thought. That's why it seems like normal. Now all of a sudden you're trying to place your focus on one single object. So now then it seems like there's more thoughts coming up. It's not true, because you are simply being aware of the amount of thought that rise daily basis. And you are just being aware. Thought, that's called movement. That's movement. There's a lot of movement happening while you are trying to focus. Then the last point is just trying to be aware. Just trying to be aware. Try not to engage. Simply be aware. And see within that traffic of thought, can you focus? Yeah, you can focus. But you are, as far as a person is concerned, there you are very much aware of traffic of thought. You are very much aware. At the same time, your mind is focused on object. Either that's based on breathing, you are fully, or you know you are breathing, or you are exhaling, you know you are inhaling, you know you're exhaling, you know you're inhaling. If you are focused, if you use your breath as a object of focus, then you know that that's what's happening. Same time, and you know all this traffic of your thought. Yeah, no. So you don't engage. That's how state of mind transform into neutral. Neutral. Before it was agitated, upset, angry, resentful, something like that. Then it's kind of transformed into white fabric, so you can dye any color that you want. So then from there, it's easy to think when the mind transform on the mental state, transform into something like neutral, which is visually how it look, what it looks like. It looks like white fabric. So then it's easy to dye any color. Similar meaning, it's relatively easier to think something positive, So then generally speaking, every positive thought, there is peace. Every positive thought, there is peace within the mind. There's a mental peace, Every positive thought, there's a mental peace. Every positive thought. There's not like a different peace. There's a peace within the mind is not different than positive thought. There's no something separate. That's what level. Oh, there's peace. No. So compassion is peace. Love, there's peace. Respect, there's peace. Caring, there's peace. This is all mental quality. This is all peace. So then stillness, remaining still, there's also peace. So these are very important. So this based on 3 points. Placement, movement, awareness. You can achieve peace within the mind. You can remain at the present moment peacefully. You can remain peacefully at the present moment. So that meditation probably needs to continue. Okay, so that all of us very much inspired by what is called War for Peace. So, but our peace of mind should not only based on that. So peace of mind comes, you can use this as like inspirations. Not just that, as I mentioned, Tibet, which is our hometown, Eastern Tibet, all the way to Central Tibet, Lhasa, no matter what kind of weather, every inch covered by full-length post stations. When there's water, they don't jump, they just prostrate. When did it start? It's not new, it's many, many years ago, so they've been doing that many years. So that all the people who's walking around the stupa in Bauda, Nepal, day in, day out, every single day, all kind of age, all kind of ethnicities, nationalities, all kind. How many years? Hundreds of years, still happening, it's going around. Stupa back in Bodh Gaya, there, every day, So then when you do meditation, peace meditation, if you can think of them, so then you have company. You are not just doing by yourself. You have this. There are peace. It's not like I can't act like, oh, this is the only people that I see. No. There are many other humans who are doing great work, dedicating all their life for peace in the world, or saying the prayer for me, all sending beings happiness, causing happiness all the time, not just like occasionally, all the time. Then you can think of them. All of them back in Tibet, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Burma, all India. A lot of people. There's not just that. Also, like every day there's a lot of people doing good things. You don't see them. You don't see them in TV. What you see in the TV, or people fighting each other, they're fighting what they say, what he said, what she said. Yeah, so then, so there are some people, you know, I do read news every morning when I eat breakfast, but I don't think out throughout the day about news. I cannot afford because I have more important, other important things to do. I have prayer to say, I have meditation to do. There's some people, you know, they watch news, they are like sponge, they absorb everything. So that case, people should not watch news. And I heard people say, oh, Geshe, I need to be up to date for news. So if you are not really happy, I'm not sure what that means, up to date. So what do we need to be up to date? We need to be up to date for our peace of mind. That needs to be up to date. Watching news, I'm not sure what that means, up to date. So anyway, so and next time they continue the meditation. Okay, so and first we recite the Heart Sutra. Really mentioned so. This sutra, for the sake of knowledge, this sutra, for most of you know, main subject is shunyata. For the sake of knowledge, in Buddhism, there's no such a thing called, oh, it just happened, or it's just coincidence, it just happened. Buddhism has a problem with that. We are thinking, because you know, nothing just happened, there's no coincidence, everything happened based on reason. So, another way to say everything is interdependent. Everything interdependent. So that interdependent that needs to be understood. In order to needs to be understood best as possible, interdependent. People need to understand interdependent. So that knowledge will help subdue our suffering. The best case scenario, it will eradicate our suffering from the root. So that's why this sutras, Heart Sutra, it's almost this sutra is like the heart of all the sutra the Buddha taught. This is almost the heart. Everything Buddha taught is for liberation, for your freedom, nothing else. It's not like, oh, go out there trying to convert other people into Buddhism. That's not the goal. Goal is freedom. Everything the Buddha taught is for freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from everything that we are experiencing since from our birth to till now. All the complications that we're experiencing. Freedom from there. Freedom from that. That's why whatever you taught everything for us to understand what is interdependent. What is interdependent? Tendel, interdependent. Tibetan is called Tendel. Whatever you taught, just only for us to understand what is interdependent. That knowledge, why is it so important to have, why is so important to understand interdependent? That knowledge is for your liberation, your freedom. That's all. It's from your freedom. That knowledge is just for your liberation, that's all. That's the only intention the Buddha has, nothing else. Chola means you don't have. Without individual liberations, that's the only goal that you have, nothing else. You don't have any other goal. So this having so interdependent, okay, so that so everything that Buddha taught, so interdependent. So then once you understand interdependent, then you are getting close to understand true truth, conventional truth, ultimate truth. So ultimate truth is the one that you need to understand in order to eradicate, root out all the problem from our life. So you need knowledge about true truth, particularly ultimate truth, which is the main subject of this sutra, Heart Sutra. So therefore, Heart Sutra is very powerful. If you feel like, oh, there's something in maybe some kind of obstacle that you kind of feel, recite Heart Sutra, the best Heart Sutra. Okay, so this is a very powerful sutra. So then you recite, then you get a lot of benefit because the main subject is interdependent. What is called in Sanskrit? Panditji is sleeping? Panditji, are you sleeping?
I'm awake, Geshe.
Are you awake? Are you fully awake? What is called in Sanskrit is Sanskrit interdependent. Samudra something. Samudra
I am not sure, Geshe.
interdependent.
I'm not sure. For the
If
word.
you are not sure, then nobody is sure.
Yeah, it's a difficult word.
Samudra something like. Can you look up?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, you look up so far. Your Sanskrit is thousands are better than my Sanskrit.
Okay.
Interdependent. Because Samudra something. Samudra, but it's not going to make much difference. I just wondering. So I'm wasting your time. Sorry.
Yeah, Geshe, it is called Pratya Samutpada.
Yeah, Patya Samudra, Patra,
Yeah, Pratya
Patya
Samutpada.
Samudra, yeah, something like that. Patya Samudra, yeah. Or Tendel, just like subtle interdependence. Subtle interdependence is the one no different than ultimate truth. There's a gross, not the gross, the yagi, not that kind of growth. Gross, interdependent, like this. All of this, like because this happened, because the wood, because the seed. Without seed, there'll be no tree. There'll be no tree. There'll be no wood. There'll be no wood. Then there'll be no prayer wheel. You can't make wooden prayer wheel because first, to begin with, there's no wood. There's no tree. All these patterns, how things happen. This is all gross, interdependent, subtle. Anybody remember? Appearances, absence, appearance, same thing. Right now, it's not same. When you talk of absence, you are talking about non-existent. No. Absence, non-existent, existent, same thing. Right now, it's kind of hard to get our head around that idea. Appearance does not obscure absence. Absence does not obscure presence. That's what happens when you come close to understand subtle interdependence. That's what happens. For you now it's the same. Before in your mind there's two separate coins. So now slowly, so one coin, two sides. It's not two separate coins, it's one side. It doesn't matter which way you say the same thing. Absence of independent existence. It's not different than interdependent, it's the same thing. Interdependent or absence of independent existence, same thing. Absence of independent existence and interdependent, the same thing. Same thing. So boils down on merely level, that's all. Merely level is called. This is called prayer will. I was called Geshe Gelek. I was called Mary. I was called John. When I born, I'm not John. There's no name. Then somebody decided, your parents, in your tradition, your parents, in our tradition, some monks or lamas decided to call you Gelek. So that's how you become Gelek. That's how you identify yourself with that name, Gelek. So next time there's somebody called Gelek, it sounds very much like it's just right there. It's not right there. It's just merely called. You are merely called Gelek. You could be John, but Lama decided to call you Gelek. So like that. So then over time, we are thinking, oh, that's how it is. That's not how it is. It is called, it was labeled. It was labeled. Same thing, then anxiety, fear, stress, all of that. Probably if you look very closely, so much of them been exaggerated. So much that's been just put it on. Based on what? Based on culture, traditions, religious belief, all kind of things. So much has been put it on. Actually, there's not much there. So it's all, so much been put on there. Then whatever you put it there, you believe, then that leads to problems. Reflection of your mind is your perception. It's not real, it's your perception. It's a reflection of your mind. It looks real, but it's not real. Likewise, a reflection of the moon in a clear lake looks like moon, but it's not moon. There's no moon in the water. Moon is up there, but very much looks same thing. Do some being fooled by that? Yeah, some animals, they do jump there because they thought there's something there. When you show animals the mirror, so some they react the way they react to the mirror. Human, we have more knowledge. We don't react. We know it's just reflections. But not each time when we look at, not necessarily we are thinking, oh, this is my reflection. You are just looking at yourself. You are not thinking each time, oh, this is my reflections. You are just seeing yourself. That's what you believing, that you are seeing yourself. Whatever you're seeing is not yourself. It's called reflection. It's the same like reflection of moon in a clear lake. The same thing. Same thing. So that's a fundamental confusion is very much within the mind. So therefore, this Heart Sutra supposed to take care or maybe root out the root of all our complications. So therefore, understanding of interdependent very much needed for what? Simply only just for your liberation, nothing else, nothing more, nothing less, just for your freedom. That's all. Just from your freedoms. So that is, and in Buddhism, that's ultimate peace. So that's what you're hoping. So you say, may all sentient beings have happiness, cause of happiness. Oh, the best form of happiness is liberation. That's what you're hoping to help them to achieve. You yourself working to achieve that, then helping others to guide maybe experiencing temporary like peace, like through meditation. Okay. So much been said. Sorry. So so now we recite the Heart Sutra. Heart Sutra. So we all get benefit. Okay. We have text.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Page
no-
76 in the.
Or
book.
you can, like, if you are like not much about reading, then just say Teata. Maybe the first today, Linda, sit down, please. We do just mantra because it's like almost 8 o'clock now. So we just today just say the mantra. Teata, God, Parasam, God, both there's some go beyond. Go beyond. So there's the definition of mantra. Beyond means, beyond complications. There'll be no more complications. Okay. Tea,
Teata.
God,
Gate.
Pargat,
Paragate.
Parasam Gade,
Parsam gate.
Bote,
Bodhi.
Soha. So we
Soha.
do 21 times, okay? 21 times to know. Alhamdulillah with lit. Alhamdulillah has created so much merit. Alhamdulillah lit. Yeah. Just to say the mic. 21 times, yeah. No, there's no chant. Yeah, just say lit.
Okay. Teata.
Theater.
Gate.
Gate.
Paragate.
Paragate.
Paragates Bodhisoha. What is
Paragate.
it?
So
Teata. Gate.
we will say together. The Lamula will say Lamula will say together.
Teata.
Gate,
Gate.
Paragate,
Paragate.
Parasamgate,
Samgate.
Bodhi,
Bodhisoha. Teata. Gate. Paragate.
Parasamgate,
Samgate. Bodhisoha.
Teata,
Gate. Paragate. Parasamgate. Bodhisoha. Teata. 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 Gate. Paragate. Parasamgate. Bodhisoha.
And an easy way to think when you say this mantra, Teata is like it is like this. It is like teata, meaning it is like this. Teata means it is like this. Or maybe establish the base, establish the foundations. Could mean establish the foundations. As a, or maybe as a, recite, as a recite, no cite, recite, as a, or I reside in India, make sense? Reside, reside, yeah, live. Or that means reside on the base or foundation. Teata mean there are number of different meanings. First one, it is like this. Teata means it is like this. Or maybe establish the base, or maybe reside on the foundations. So for the sake of knowledge, Gate, Parasam Gate, Parasam Gate, Bodhi, so on. There's 5 things. Traditionally, part of accumulation, part of preparation, part of seeing, part of meditative, part beyond learning. Gate, Parasam Gate, Bodhi, so on. Explain 5 parts. Easy way to think, just when you say this can be also, Bodhi, so on. That's called part beyond learning. No more learning is finished. Learning is done. That's ultimate peace. There's ultimate peace. You could say moksha, liberation, whatever you call. There's ultimate peace. Ultimate happiness. Happiness without suffering. When you look at the 4 images of prayer, may all saints be happy, happiness, and cause of happiness, then
Bring the causes of suffering.
you know,
Yes, beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering.
oh, that happiness, ultimate happiness. That happiness, it's not different than moksha, liberation. It's the same thing. That's exact same thing. So now, the easy way to think when you say teata, gade, parasam gade, bodhi, so you can use this as a meditation for peace. You can just say, go beyond all the way to ultimate peace. That's exactly what it's saying, but technically it explained based on the 5 parts. Part of accumulation, part of preparation, part of seeing, part of meditative, part beyond learning. That is ultimate happiness. Teata, like this, that's how you go all the way to ultimate happiness. This is teata, gate, parasam. You can just think, go beyond ultimate happiness. You can just meditate if that helps. It's supposed to help. So there's like instead of reciting the Heart Sutra, not the best way to do, but instead of reciting the Heart Sutra, reciting Heart Sutra is much better than just saying the mantra. But today, that time, 70-50, so that's why. No. So then there's another mantra called Aka Samaranza, Shatara Samaraya. That's like removing obstacles. If you're using the rosary, usually when you pulling in means that you are trying to draw the blessings from whomever, Tara or Lokeshwara, you're trying, that's why you pull the beads towards or inward. Aka Samaranza, you're supposed to push out because that's like removing obstacles. Aka Samaranza, Shatara, you don't go like this, that's not good. When you say Aka Samaranza, you are supposed to push out, that's for removing obstacles. Aka Samaranza, Shatara, Samarahom, Aka Samaranza, so then, that at the end, then you collapse 3. So then you are whatever obstacles that you are facing, then you just think about them, then just collapse, then just think that all the obstacles have been removed. So this practice has been done since Buddha's lifetime. We are talking about almost 2,600 years. It's not just somebody just made it up last night. No, thousands of years. So then, maybe there's a few minutes left. So Linda, today, Catherine, she's not here. She's in Washington, D.C. for the Washington, D.C. representing all of us, probably. So, so then maybe, so today I forgot to bring, kind of forgot. I teach mindfulness. I don't have mindfulness. I forgot. uh, but actually, it's not time to explain. So last Wednesday, I explained the order of the 5 aggregates. For sake of knowledge, I think it's important to understand. So now there's 18 things that here briefly mentioned Heart Sutra. I think it's good to know. So that I will explain next Wednesday. Okay. So then maybe Linda now. Linda, you can read.
Okay.
Mm.
Let me figure out exactly where we are. There's a paragraph that starts, thus, having explicitly applied the 4 modes of emptiness to the form aggregate, the purpose of merely saying.
Oh, yeah. So then let's go on 1 second.
We did that already?
So
Okay. So then, in brief, in order to put an end to common beings becoming attached to form and falling to the
if you
extreme.
remember, anybody remember, then when Linda's reading, please say something, okay? If you remember where we are.
Does that sound right,
Yeah,
Venerable?
so Linda.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. So this would start in brief. In order to put an end to common beings becoming attached to form and falling to the extreme of samsara.
I'll go on, yes, according to
Does everyone see it? Okay.
So, yeah, where the form is emptiness. Emptiness is not, so the Bible summary there, right? Form is emptiness. Emptiness is the form. Form is not different than emptiness. Emptiness is not different than form. Yeah, somewhere there, right?
I don't see that part.
Then there's like feeling, they call it what is called perceptions, sensations, consciousness are also empty. Sharipu, therefore, all phenomena are empty.
We're looking, Geshe, page 50.
No, sorry, I'm looking at the Tibetan text. Will not help. I'm looking at the Tibetan text. Form is empty. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Form is not different. Emptiness is not different than form.
Is that the part that how Avalokiteshvara answered? Okay, I think we've already done that, Geshe. We've gone on down past that part.
Huh?
Yes, so we've covered that a couple of classes ago. So we're past that part. And then there was a paragraph that we covered last week that's talking about the 5 kinds of emptiness. And it's like the absence of yogurt at the time of milk is the emptiness that is non-existent of a prior time. We covered that. Do you see that?
That's the yogurt. So we already covered, finished the 5 aggregate.
Yes.
So then this one maybe all the so it be the okay, so we have to go the
And so this section is in order to put an end to common beings becoming attached to form and falling to the extreme of samsara, it teaches that form is emptiness. In order to put an end to some becoming attached to emptiness and falling to the extreme of peace, it teaches that emptiness is form. And then it goes on to say, for example, if a blind person were to go down a narrow path that had thorns on the left and a cliff on the right, and if a sighted person were to say, there are thorns, there is a danger of the person falling off the cliff. If he were to say, there's a cliff, then there's danger of his falling into the thorns. In order that he not fall to either extreme, the middle path is taught.
yeah, so the yeah, so you understand, the people understand when you read, huh?
Yeah, that made sense.
Yeah, so then yeah, please continue. So
Okay.
also I'm like now I found
Okay. Those modes are the way to meditate on emptiness on the occasion of the paths of accumulation and preparation. With respect, can you unmute, Geshe?
yeah, part of accumulation, part of preparations, as I said, theata, gate, part of meditative that's coming. So the part here, part of accumulation, part of preparation, part of meditate, part of seeing, part of meditative, part beyond learning. So now talking about the part of seeing, huh? Yeah, how to meditate.
With respect to the mode of meditation on the path of seeing, it says in the instructions of Atisha set down by Lagpe Sherab of Nog that having addressed Shariputra, thus all phenomena are empty, indicates the door of liberation, emptiness. Without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not stainless, indicate the door of liberation, signlessness. You may keep going.
So then, yeah.
And undiminished, unfilled, indicate the door of liberation, wishlessness. Mahayana's.
So there's like, you understand that?
No,
Huh?
not really.
동바 시와 저와면서 미시빈의 도와 참지와 대다 투쟁을 탑주다 리바자다 근데 좀버스 동바 시와 저와면서 three draw of liberations. That's what's happening. Three draw of liberations. That's what's explaining here. Three draw of liberations. Not knowing the three draw of liberation. That's how all the beings going around and around. That's called cyclic existence. Birth, age, sickness, and death, then again reborn, then goes, no, 12 link. The 12 links, they, like going around. Tongba Shiwa, Chewa Mebeso, Tongba, the first, can you repeat first one?
Yes. Thus, all phenomena are empty.
Oh,
Indicates the door of liberation, emptiness.
Tongba, that's called Tongba. That's the first draw. Tongba, that's the first draw, okay? Then it,
Without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not stainless, indicate the door of liberation, signlessness.
yeah, Tsemameba, so the signlessness, there's a literally translation of word Tsemameba doesn't mean anything. So, but that is the second draw of liberations. But then,
And undiminished, unfilled, indicate the door of liberation, wishlessness.
Member. So there's also this word wishlessness. This is also the literally translation of the word, Tibetan word member. That doesn't really make the translation. The literally translation. The benefit, if something happened to Tibetan text, when you translate from English text to Tibetan text, you got the exact word. The downside, it doesn't show any meaning. Downside. If you translate the meaning, something happened to all the Tibetan texts. When you translate, you are going to get the same word. It's like root text. There's another downside. But wishlessness, this is all literally translate the word member. So important here, these are three draw of what's called, these are called three draw of liberations. Three draw of liberations. Tongba Shiva Chawa Mebisu, Mishipin and draw chams. That's how the beings migrate from two of the samsara all the way down to samsara. They go up and down because of that, not knowing the three draw of liberation. Who said that Lama Tsongkhapa? Where? The very beginning of text called refining gold, something, what's called Leshen Yingbo, that's called English called refining gold, something. That text, I think, is already translated in English. So I memorized all of them. That's like Western version of Buddha, probably that's like close to 400 pages. And I memorized that when I was in monastery because my teacher asked, memorized, probably I said it by heart for more than 200 times. But now, gone. Now that library is closed. That's gone. So, but when I read the text, I can read very fast because I memorized that. So in that text, in the very beginning of that text, then that's where that Tongba Shiva Chawa Miship in the Tawatam. Teda Tujam Riba Jadakin Zubajes. Then Buddha taught Shunyata, like using 100 different kinds of logic, the reasoning to explain Shunyata, ultimate truth. That's the very last line. Why? For your freedom. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what. No, this is called three draw of liberation. Okay. So then, so these things, can you repeat one more time? Unproduced. So we should not take that literally. Of course, there's product. What do you mean unproduced? Inherently unproduced. There's no absolute product. There's no absolute product. Then can you see no
Yeah.
absolute?
I'm not seeing that now.
No. There's absolute is I ate it up. You are not going to see that word. So then, just
Do you want me to repeat all three of them again?
yes, please.
Okay, sorry. Thus, all phenomena are empty, indicates the door of liberation, emptiness, without characteristic,
Yeah, without absolute characteristic.
unproduced, unceased.
Absolute. Now you have to add the word absolute, unproduced, absolute. Because that doesn't make sense. So like things do cease, things do produce. You have to say absolute. When you say no ear, no nose, what do you mean no ear? There's ear. Otherwise, how you can hear? So that means no absolute ear, no absolute eye, no absolute. So that needs to be added. So that's why this Heart Sutra is called Sutra. Some Sutra that needs to be interpret. Some Sutra you can take it as worded. That's called definitive. There's nothing to interpret it. There's definitive sutra. There's two kinds of sutras. Definitive sutra, there's nothing to interpret it. You can just take it literally as written. This sutra, Heart Sutra, called interpreted. So you can say, oh, no eye, no ear. If you can't take it literally, so you need to explain. no absolute I, no absolute ear, now makes sense. So this called true sutra, okay? Did it? These are all like this absolute, okay?
So without absolute characteristic, without absolute characteristic,
Yeah.
absolute unproduced,
Yeah.
absolute unceased,
Thank you very much. Linda, no need, but you need to understand. We don't have to let Linda to work too hard.
stainless, not stainless.
Yeah. So just need to
Indicate
think about absolute, okay? Then it?
indicate the door of liberation, signlessness.
So here important things, 3 door of liberations. Next time, if you come to reading this refining goal, one of the prayers to Shakyamuni Buddha, composed by Lama Tsongkhapa, that's called similar version of refining goal, longer version of refining goal, the one that I just mentioned, traditional page, there's like 135 long, this long, full, 1 page, full like this. The Western revision probably they are like close to 400 page, like that. Because you count 1 here, there's 1 page, there's 2 page. In this text, you count this is 1. It's not 2, it's 1. Then 2 means 2. 2 doesn't mean like 2 sides. 2 means really 2. So that's how all the Tibetan texts they count. If you count that, there's like 139 something page. So last time when Geshe went, I want the same text that I memorized long time ago. There's like not like this paper. This paper is kind of like nowadays in Japan they make this kind of paper like it's very, you can't, if you try to throw, you can't throw. It's very hard. So that kind of paper. So Geshe did go to that text, but I think somebody used, I can see that some pages like looks new. So anyway, so I did go text. So I tried to read Lama Tsongkhapa this. I tried to read all of them, So now I cannot say it by heart. So, so I just tried to read. So that page, that's 1 means 1 page, 2 means 2 page, no side. So that was called longer version of refining goal, the shorter, brief version of refining goal. Next time when you hear this term, so make sure that the shorter version of refining goal refers to, prays to interdependence that we say time to time, composed by who? Lama Tsongkhapa, same thing. The longer one also composed by Lama Tsongkhapa. So then please continue.
And undiminished, unfulfilled indicate the door of liberation, wishlessness.
So that's the last one, last row. Okay, isn't it?
Mahayana's commentary says that emptiness and without characteristic are respectively the objects of observation of the doctrinal knowledge, dharmajana, and subsequent.
Yeah, this is all now. This we just please skip that.
Okay.
This is very much for philosophical debate
Okay.
issues here. So I think this is like company the same company riba dunga chushe da Geshe. I haven't like taught this particular side of the text. How many years I've been here now? 26? Yeah, 25. So very vague memory. Sounds it seems like ages ago, lifetime ago. Actually, what's happening here. This this is all literary translations. Actually, there's 16 of them divided based on 4 noble truth. Each truth has 4 times 16. So this is all like remedy cessations. This is what is happening. The first one is remedy, last one is the cessations. So there's like first noble truth, there's four, two antidote, two cessation, two antidote, two cessation, two antidote, two cessation, two antidote. So this becomes 16. So we are not going to touch that. So anyway, so it's gone from my library. There's no longer here. Need to read. Just remember the number, that's all. Not going to worry. So then continue, please.
Okay,
I'll
skip to the next paragraph.
Yeah, the same, the next one related to the second noble truth.
Okay, so keep going.
Then the they skip that one. It'll be nice to know, but it's too complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, what is called?
And there's a paragraph that starts regarding that the non-Buddhist Samkhya.
Before that.
Oh, before that?
Non-Buddhist.
Say again?
What is called? After the cessations, they're called. You read remember the two related to cessations? It's going through Four Noble Truth. The first one, truth of suffering, says the origin of suffering, then like a part of suffering. The last one, the cessations.
Yeah.
There's two of them. Then right after that, when you finish.
Does anyone see where we are?
Some edition, what is it called?
Some editions say, therefore all.
Some editions, that's interesting translation, some editions. Yeah. Yeah.
Some editions say, therefore all phenomena are empty and stainless and free from stain. And there are those who comment on it in that way. But in many Indian and Tibetan commentaries, it says, in that way, all phenomena and not stainless. It is clear that it is more meaningful if it is explained in accordance with the two negative terms appearing in succession.
Two negative terms. Negative means like there's no prayer will, there's negative. No, positive means, oh, there is prayer will, that's positive. Or there's no prayer will, no books, no cardinal, no blue jay. Or there's no, that's negative. Positive, yes. So that's what's happening. So we are not going to worry about that.
Okay.
So they're just commenting, create more headache. Okay, yeah.
With regard to the second, the mode of meditation on the path of meditation.
Accumulation, part of preparation, part of seeing is done. So now the part of meditated.
With regard to the second, the mode of meditation on the path of meditation, in both the commentary of Vimalamitra and the oral tradition of Atisha, it is explained.
Atisha here, the Indian master who established Buddha Dharma back in Tibet around what century? I don't remember. Yeah, no need to.
It is explained in terms of the resulting translation. Therefore, at that time, in emptiness there is no form. In some commentaries, it is explained with the resultant translation. Thus, emptiness is not form. There is not a great difference in meaning. The supreme scholar Jamyang Gawe Lodro explains.
Very good. It sounds like exactly like Tibetan.
Yes.
Yeah, really. Very good pronunciation. I'm not joking. Very good pronunciation.
Explains that in emptiness there is no form, and so forth means that form and so forth do not exist in the sight of the meditative equipoise on the path of meditation.
Yeah, so that like, can you repeat the last word again?
Yeah.
Path of meditative. Nyamshaki Singo. Nyamshaki Singo. That's what it sounds like in Tibetan. Nyamshaki Singo.
Explains
Meditative equipoise, you say something?
explains that in emptiness there is no form, and so forth means that form and so forth do not exist in the sight of the meditative equipoise.
Yeah, in the sight of meditative equipoise. One way to explain: no ear, no eye, no form, no all of that, no feeling, no discrimination, all of that. There's no sight of equipoise.
Sight of the meditative
Yeah,
equipoise.
sight of the meditative equipoise. There is no form. What is there? Shunyata. That's all. There's no conventional reality. It's not conventional reality. Is not informed.
Does not exist in the sight of
Yeah, it
meditative
does not,
equipoise on the path
all
of
the
meditation.
conventional truth, it does not exist.
Do not exist in the sight of the
Yeah,
meditative
do not
equipoise.
exist.
Sorry.
Do not exist in the sight of meditative equipoise.
On the path of meditation.
What do exist sight of meditative equipoise? Ultimate truth. That's all. So there's another way to explain. No ear, no eye. You can think about sight of meditative equipoise. There's no eye. There's no ear. But there's something that's called ultimate truth. Shunyata. There's no conventional truth. Meditative equipoise, what that meditative, how is a part of what is called?
Path of meditation.
Part of meditation equipoise, what is called?
Do not exist in the sight of the meditative equipoise on the path of meditation.
Meditative equipoise, part of meditation. That is something I don't need to say all of that. Meditative equipoise in this case is not different than part of seeing. It's the same thing. In this case, the same thing. So when you move the part of meditative, then it changes a little bit. But here, meditative equipoise is part of seeing. It's pretty much the same thing. May not need to add the word part of seeing, but there, meditative equipoise ko nyamsha, side ko singo. Part of meditative equipoise, part of seeing. What exists on the side of that is called ultimate truth, shunyata. That's only that thing exists. And you can say in the very beginning, no ear, no eye, you can say no eye, the side of meditative equipoise, part of meditative. There's no eye, there's no ear, there's no feeling. There's one way to explain. Okay. Then there's no form, no like all of that. Then goes on and then can you read a little more?
Yes. Vimala Mitra has this in mind in his commentary when he says, in the perception of emptiness, there is no perception of form. Thus, the non-appearance of the five aggregates to the sight of the meditative equipoise is, there is no form, there is no consciousness.
So this all no means sight of meditative equipoise, part of seeing.
Okay.
So that need to, or another way to think, there's no absolute form, no absolute ear, no absolute eye, or you can also, there's another way to interpret it, that can take literally, otherwise you fall into nihilism. If you say no eye, what do you mean no eye? There is eye. Okay,
The non-appearance of the 12 sources.
So that will, next Wednesday, I'll explain the 12, what those 12 are. It's not that difficult.
The non-appearance of the 12 sources is no eye, no phenomena. It's like ... The non-appearance of the 18 elements.
That will, I will explain that 18 next Wednesday. No need to worry right now. I'll explain. I already translated English, so
Okay. The non-appearance of the 18 elements is no I constituent, no mental consciousness constituent. The non-appearance.
So now we'll stop here. So stop here. So please mark where stop. So maybe next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, do you want to start with explaining the
Yeah, we'll
the-
stop here. So so
the
then,
18 elements and the
yeah.
okay. Oh yeah, next Wednesday, Losar. So we won't have class next
sorry.
Wednesday. But the one after that.
There are some traditional things to do for the first day of Losar, so therefore I could not come. So sorry for that. So sometimes traditions. So if it's in India, so there's a lot of traditional people, so I could come to teach class. But there's only few if we don't do. Eventually, the kid will not learn. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Namaste dedication.
In the Gold Prayer Book, turn to page 235, 236, the yellow tab, and we'll begin with the general dedication prayers. Gewadi Judam
Lama Zanjano
Your name John to Go Rinpoche, Ma ke panam ke gyurchik, ke wanyam pa me payang, gong ne gong lu pel war shog. Jam pel
Palme
Chita
Chita
chen padang, kuntu sampo de yang de shin te, ke da kun jesu dag lok cheer, ke wa di dak tam che rap tu do sum shake pe gil wa tam che ki. Ngo wa gang la chok tu pa de. Dag che gil we tsa wa di kun kyang. Dang po chu chi rap tu ngo wa gi. Dagi chi ne sak pe ke wa di. Tendang po wa kun la gang pendang. Che parjitsu losa chakpai, ten ping po ring du sel che show. Now the blue tab, page 244, and the long life prayer for His Holiness. Gong ri ro we kon we jing kam dear, pendang de wa ma lu jung we ne. Chen rei si guang ten zin yat so yi, sha pe si te bar du ten jur chik. On the following page for Sarah J. Kinser Rinpoche, Jetson Lobsang Gelek. Jonu ye nagla wang jor tu, awa ta re ten barap sod pa, lob song gil we de tong leg pel chok. Jaser Genjur Lama Solwa Deb. And inside the back cover, the prayer for the swift return of Chapje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious ones, Shravakas and Prateka Buddhas, victorious Losang Father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, you are the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. Inside the front cover, the prayer for Geshe Gelek's long life. Gewe lam na dren pe de pun chog, leg she dam parter wen yin mor je, chuki tsa wa mi tong shen yen chog, drag pa pong we la ma jab ten chig. And for Geshe Sangpo, Gewe chuki bag chag rab ten ching, pel den la me dam ngak nying la chang, zang po ja wei nyin shen da je pe, she nyen chen po ku che rab ten chig. And 7 Tara mantras for the benefit of all beings. Om Tare Tu
So
Ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Oh yeah. Good night, peace song from Cardinal. All everyone online. Good night, peace song from Blue Jay. In here.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.